Hello. Hello. Sound check, check. Hello. Imagine it. It's Thursday again. It's Thursday again. I hope it's Thursday again. It is Thursday again. Yay. Hello, hello, everybody. Welcome in. Welcome in. Yo. Um, what a week. What a week. Uh, yeah. If I sound a bit tired, I might be a bit tired. Was on business trip this week, so kind of just got back today. Mm, but still, nonetheless, I wanted to do a stream. Actually, I had something different planned. I was thinking, I don't know, I didn't get around to like talking to music. So if we're gonna do a further session with what's it called? It Takes Two. Um, Also the fact that he usually shows up a bit later, and as the name says, it takes two, so he can't play it alone. I was gonna maybe continue on Satisfactory, but all we have currently, or what we're working on, is getting that phase four. And as you know, last time, time before last, well, last time we did Satisfactory, we were just collecting those 120,000 stacks of whatever that was. And I don't know. Yeah, then looked around on Steam and checked my library and updates, and I saw, wait, Shapes Shapes has come out with the 1.0. Shapes 2, I should say. Actually, there is a Shapes 1, or it's not called 1 in the Shapes. And they've been working on Shapes 2 for a while. And I noticed some messages, and they have a 1.0 out now. So I thought, okay, let's have a look at this. And then one thing led to the next, and I was like, oh, what the heck? Why not do this? Do some featuring of it. It's on my own. There's no whatever you call it, promotion, anything. It's just a me thing because I kind of like this. It's in the genre where I usually am with conveyor belts and stuff like that. Although it is completely different. We'll see in a moment. Let me switch over at least to this scene. Kind of boring. There you go. You see it in big. I did try the tutorial at least once, but that was pre 1.0. Like I said, it just came out today. Although I am kind of confused because they have the what? Xbox sent a message. What? I don't care about Xbox. I'm not playing Xbox. But you guys didn't see that. It was a weird message that popped up. Um, the weird thing at the bottom right. Can you see that? Is that cut off? Where's my mouse? Hello, mouse. Like, oh, now it's tracking the mouse. Yeah. Down on the bottom right, it says 1.0.2 minus RC1. That's normally a release candidate. So somebody either didn't remember to actually release the product or they have some weird numbering there. That's not normal. And it looks like even though they were going to do a 1.0, they had some post changes. And it looks like they were in a bit of a hurry at the end, getting things ready. Like, oh, I got a couple of bucks here. I'm just guessing. It's, the way software development works. Like, oh no, we can't go live with this. Fix that, and then you got a hot fix going on and break something else, and you got the second one and kind of gets it fixed, but it's not quite. It's just a release candidate. Like this could go live. That's kind of what it feels like there. I wonder if that could be found out. Why that thing's called RC1. Like I said, I'm guessing it's a release candidate, which means it's not quite the final release version. There should be some releasing process there, but whatever. I kind of found that funny. And it's usually what we call our products shortly before it actually goes live. Anyways, so much of that. And like I said, we were on a Wii. There's no we and I. I was on a business trip this week. Um, Very intense, long days, and am glad that I made it back in time, more or less. I think I was 1 or 2 minutes late today, but I think yeah, that's doable. So, what is this game about? Is there some kind of explanation? I mean, you can look it up on Steam. I can actually not tell you what the price or anything is. Might be on sale right now since it's a 1.0. I can't say, but usually there are sales around it, and it's a very reduced conveyor belt production line type of game, primarily. I only know it more or less from Shapes, from the version 1. Yeah. Here they added, I mean, I didn't play Shapes all the way through, but I did try Shapes 2, and things I noticed, it's first of all become 3D-ish, so you have to go up somewhat. We'll see that probably already in the tutorial, what that means. And as you can see, there's trains and thingamajigs hopping around here, and there's platforms. What I didn't notice with the couple of minutes that I tried prior 1.0, you got these, let's call them little platforms. And we got a multitude of those. And I don't know much about that because once I was done with that tutorial, maybe they even changed the tutorial, could be. Uh, I was a bit confused. So depending how far we get today, if we do switch, so that's why I kind of put it in the title, maybe if music comes back and I'm not totally dug into this game, or comes back, if he shows up, when comes home from wherever he is, work probably. Um, I might switch, or I might just get stuck to this game. We'll see. One thing I did notice, I should at least do this and that and there. There we go. Set that up at least. Good. All that blah blah blah. Let's see. Chat is fairly calm. That's okay. I like a calm chat. I like when people interact, but it's okay in the beginning. Keep it calm. So I can't even continue any kind of tutorial, anything. I don't know. We'll see. Settings, I got pretty much default. It's all English. I'm not sending any analytics because I'm kind of afraid that it might leak something. I don't know. Dark mode? What am I dark? Oh, doesn't dark mode even look better on? It kind of looks better on stream. It's not so pastel colored like. Color mode, I'm not sure. I didn't want to do HDR. I have a feeling HDR looks terrible on stream. It's kind of grays out. It looks beautiful on my monitor, but on stream it's all grayed out. It's even more pastel. So, kind of like the dark mode. See how that looks. You guys say, "Ugh, I can't see anything. It's way too dark." Then, well, okay. I can switch that back anytime. Let's see. Too much stuff that you can set here. Accessibility, blah, blah, blah. I don't know. A weird thing that happened when I started up the game, it said I have a very low level graphics card and I should at most use minimum. And that was kind of confusing. Like, I got a 5080. I mean, it is a mobile version, but why is it telling me that's the lowest thing? And then it goes up the scale. I can't see it. Okay, yeah, I chose extreme actually, but it doesn't say the recommendations anymore. Uh, but it did choose minimum for whatever reason. Don't actually see that it is showing anything about what my current. Well, it's kind of good. It's not leaking too much information except what my monitor is called. Oh my God. But that was weird. Like, why minimum 5080, even if it's the mobile version? Don't know. Audio, we're going to leave everything. I did turn off the music. I'm not sure if that's licensed. Ah, that's how you trigger Scotty. Yeah, well, with the it says anonymized analytics. You never know how anonymized it is, and it pops up a thing with all information about the computer. It's just it's just me. You know me. Yeah. Anyways, welcome in, Scotty. Hello, hello. Welcome in. Yeah. I did. I wasn't home, but I did. Or was I home? God, I can't even remember. I did see you go live, but I couldn't get around to showing up in your stream. Hope you guys had a good stream. I think it was farming you were doing. Yeah, I hope you had a good one there. I would have loved to join in, but that was yesterday. Yeah, it was a really early start today. Um, Way too early for me. Even earlier than early than when I usually get up early because yeah, had some traveling to do to get to the customer, yeah, or the client or whatever you want to call it. Anyways, yeah, there's like I said, there's music involved here, and I don't have or I don't want to completely remove the voice or sound channel from the game. That'd be absolutely quiet. And so we got a bit of music going on in the background while live, and well, the music is okay. I mean, it's a Peter Sumilius that composed it. I'm not sure if he just did it for the game. And some tracks from Patrick Peterson. Unfortunately, I don't know either or. They're probably pretty good composers, or they wouldn't have been chosen. But just to be safe, I turned off the music in game. First of all, it doesn't interfere with the music we have going, and kind of on the safe side with so the VOD can stay around. If it is too quiet, I can raise the master volume. I do not see the volume of the game currently. That is Spotify is very quiet today. What's your issue? Can you even hear that there's music? Yeah, maybe a little bit more. Push that up a bit, but where's the game? Hello? Oh, that's too loud. Where'd the game go? Uh, there's no sound. And, hmm, maybe there is no sound at the moment. Let me turn off the music for a second. I hear a little bit. Very, very, very quiet in the background. Very quiet. Hmm, okay. I could just get keep the music and just blend out the track. Oh, it's let's not have Lionel Richie wait too long. Get him back on here. Okay, so much to the settings. Like I said, blah 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 blah. A lot of stuff you can set there. Mm. Uh, hmm. I knew I forgot something. I usually do that prior to the stream. La 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 la. Well, your own fault. There you go. I thought I had a different one for mods. Huh, maybe priority list. Bit mixed up. But at least those custom thingamajigs work. A little shenanigan there. But yeah, thanks for the reminder. That's what mods are for. Thanks for reminding me. Great, great. Okay. We could view the change list, but I don't know how familiar you guys are with it, and it does, anyways, open into an external browser. So if anybody's interested, look it up on Steam. Like I said, currently out, 1.0 today. Let's go to quickly look up the pricing. Don't even have that many windows open, but it seems too many. Yeah, currently it is for 20% off, or you can get the bundles. Yeah, soundtrack wouldn't help me much here. And maybe even, oh, there's a supporters upgrade also if you want. And it adds a bit of an additional stuff. And okay, the base game, at least here, is 23 euros 19 cent. That's a nut number, but it's 20% off at the moment on Steam. Yeah. There's another bundle. There's tons of bundles, as there usually are. Combine it with all kinds of things. Okay. No, we yada yada almost half an hour, so I'd say let's get into the game. Ooh, Simple Mind, you might actually be a bit too loud there. Can't find a good middle there. New game. What does this mean? Certification. Vortex Ltd requires every operator to acquire their operator license first. Okay. Got the classic real factory assignments for license operators. Why can I select these already? Deliver shapes to the vortex as efficiently as possible and unlock new technologies along the way. Okay. Manufacturer recommended. Oh, after playing classic mode. Oh, that's the classic mode here. Okay. Doesn't recommend it at first. I think the certificate is the what you call the tutorial. The question mark with a book kind of looks like the tutorial. Then you have the manufacturer. That's kind of the pro thing. After you're done with the classic, a vortex imploded. Oh, geez. Process dimensional waste through trade stations to collect refined shapes and rebuild your platform at the vortex grid as a holding. I got a period in space there. That doesn't look good. I'd say we start with certification, all from the beginning. When is this up here? 11111111111. Weird binary. 333 222. Okay. I'd say we hop in. Certification program. Welcome to the operator certification program. You did register, right? I am not. Oh my God. Okay. Before Vortex Ltd lets you anywhere near a real factory, we need to make sure you know what you're doing. That could take time, I guess. Regulations, you understand. You have one job. Yeah. Deliver the requested shapes as efficiently as possible. Prove your skills and you'll earn your operator license, along with access to new technologies. There's another space there between. I don't like that. That's my OCD going off there. We've provided you with an unlimited amount. Does that mean there are also limited amounts somewhere? Mm, of buildings to get the job done. Wait, what a cheat mode? Try not to break too many. We still need them for the next participant. Okay, good luck out there. I have to agree to, I will not build any spaghetti factories. Blah, 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 blah. I'm not reading this. No way. Continue. Um, okay. All right. We've set up an individual simulation for you. Can't have you mess up our real factories. Not yet, anyways. Okay. Can I zoom in? I can't do anything. I have to continue. This is zooming in automatically. Okay. There. We're on an island. We are on an island. This is your vortex platform. There's a space in between there. I like that. It's not much, but you'll unlock more space as you progress. Plenty for now, right? I have no idea, maybe. So it looks little squares here. Okay, got a couple of squares going on there. But wait and see. We continue. And this zooms us even further into the whole shenanigan. And these squares that were single squares now become like those, what do you call those? College blocks? No, what are those with the blocks, with the single blocks? College, I think, whatever that was at high school and whatever. See that thing in the center? That's your vortex. There's space. I can't take it. Deliver shapes to it to complete your certification. Ever wonder where those shapes end up? Manufacture mode has the answers. Yeah, I did wonder. Okay, so what looked like pretty small became fairly big. So we got something going on here. We scattered a few shape asteroids. I think these are the asteroids underneath, I'd say. Or is the whole thing a asteroid? We scattered a few shape asteroids around the platform. Nice. Due to recent budget cuts, automatic extraction has been discontinued. Wait, what? Due to recent budget cuts? I just started. You'll need to extract them yourself. Okay, let's try that. It just zooms in more and more and more, doesn't it? Kind of disturbs me as it's just a 4x4, not a 5x5. One last tip. Always make sure to reject your mission, and you'll be just fine. That's everything. Good luck, operator. Make sure to what? I'm afraid we'll find out. Just one last tip. Okay. Um, Place mini miners on the highlighted areas, 0 of 4. I mean, the tutorial, the learning curve is not that steep. All shines up nice, the same color and everything. Let's try that. Rotate with a R. Okay. R, 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 R. I'd say copycat. 1, 2, 3, 4. Voila. Conveyor belts transport shapes, too many spaces between, from A to B. Conveyor belts. Okay. Anchor. What anchors? Anchors lock the belt to a fixed point, making placement much easier. Practice placing conveyor belts and anchors here. Where? Here. Here? Okay. Oh, is this just an overlay of our actual factory? Or am I supposed to put I'm supposed to practice within this tutorial. That's cool. Press 1 to select conveyor belts. 1. No. 1. Hold that. Keep holding. Okay. And press C to place an anchor. C? Why would they want an anchor there? You sure about that? It allows us to turn then afterwards. Is that what an anchor is for? Okay. Keep pulling blah and C for another anchor. And now we can, and we cannot go left because we're not supposed to. Well, actually, it's right from this point of view, but uh, yeah, it's no, it's left. We can't go right. We have to go left from this point of view, which is right on the screen. Oh, getting complicated. Anchor locks a belt to a fixed point, making placement much easier. Practice placing conveyor belts and anchors. Okay, release. Look at that. Here, up. Did you see that? Release left mouse. Boink. Stop placing with right. Boink. Qualified. Qualified. I don't think we need to practice again. Okay. Got it. Wait, it did already. No, that's a shadow. Place belts on the highlighted areas. We shall do that. Boink, boink, right mouse click. Nope. How did that work? I didn't pay attention. C. 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 Should we keep going? Nope. Can I get over there? Or is it already connected? If you go there, it's connected. Ah. I'm using the ASDW just to scroll around. Actually, just AD right now. Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, and done. Deliver 0 of 10. I guess we're doing circles now. Why? Right mouse click, we can end the building, and there come our things. Can I zoom in? Oh, we can zoom in. Our circles with things on them. And there they go. Off into the vortex. 7, 8, 9. Finito. Done. Quota complete. Place 3 half destroyers to cut into this, what we see here, into this. Okay. Open the codex on the top right. Is that a... Unfortunately, my FPS ran over this here. Which one is the book? This one? G. Okay, this even explains it more. Wow. Okay, this is a lot. If we really need additional, we might need it at some point. But if we need it, we can always reuse it. Okay, place 3 half destroyers. I mean, it kind of helps us. Tuck. And half destroyer. Okay, place 3 of them. It is turned the right way. Otherwise, with R, boink, 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 boink. Place them. 1, 2, 3. Done. Drag conveyor belts to split them. Conveyor belts are faster than machines, so use one belt to split multiple machines. One belt, many machines. That's the motto around here. Okay. Get this up here. Done. Combining machines. The half destroyer destroys the western half of a shape. Combine it with a rotator to choose which side gets destroyed. Wait, I doubt we're gonna have to rotate it when there's no side. Maybe later on. Use half destroyer, rotator, half destroyer to create quarters. Why? I thought we were supposed to create halves. We don't have a destination or a target yet. What do we actually have to do? Okay. But what we can see We got these four-sided ones. It goes through the cutter, and you kind of can see the left-hand side, as it said, is cut off. We only have two on the right. So let's place those through two rotators. That turns it 90 degrees. Now there are two on the bottom. Place half destroyer after each rotator. Okay. Play half destroyer. Place half destroyer. Which always from the left-hand side does the cutting. Okay. Which means we'll be left with one on the bottom right. Where are you? What the heck? Why are you showing down there? Ow, that's the next target. Okay. Now these are not what are required. I mean, good and nice that we're creating them. They're going into the void ticks. I'm confused. I expected they had to actually be on the top right corner. When did they change that? Let's combine them so they're also producing stuff. Wait, when did they change that? It only has to be any quarter, not a top right quarter. I thought we'd have to like rotate this three more times from bottom right to bottom left, from bottom left to top left, from top left to top right. I guess that's not the case anymore. Or I've never understood it. Hmm. Keep an eye on that if that really always works. So it also wants us to have four of these red ones. You can see we got the red ones coming out here in multiple places, the bottom island. So what we want are some mini miners. Let's get ourselves some mini miners set up. Get them combined to a conveyor. Do we remember the key binding? This C for anchor over C over hop. And for the moment, it's just off to the vortex. Right mouse click to end the building mode. And that's kind of it. Wait until they're delivered. You can zoom out so you can actually see this. This is basically what we saw at the beginning. Quite simple. Once you start zooming in, you got the, what is it, 8 by 8? No, 9 by 8? 10 by 8? 10 by 10. God, I can't count. I told you the day is too long. 10 by 10. And if you zoom in even more, it gets even more detailed. Each of those made a 4 by 4. So it allows a bit of room to build stuff. Anyways, in the meantime, we delivered those 10. Milestone complete. I'll unlock its reward in the milestone screen. Nice and blinky, easy to find, or just press T for milestone. And our reward is to unlock this, level 1, which allows us stackers. Okay. Your performance so far is acceptable. Okay, this ain't ATS. Here's the stacker. It lets you stack shapes on top of each other. You'll need belt lifts to do it, or to use it. Okay, so we have to get up there somehow and allow that to stack. So at the bottom, we'd have that. Then we somehow raise up these items. And then with the stacker, bloop, they kind of get blop, dropped on top of that. Nice and positioned, or actually reduced in size. And then you have a double, kind of a half of a whopper or something. Let's see what you can do with it. Unlock content stacker, 2 new jobs. 2 new jobs, more information. We're back into the codex. Okay, that's more information about the stacker. Let's just escape that. Um, place a stacker out in the boonies. Why are we placing a stacker out in the boonies? I gotta guess why, so we can probably, we'll see. Let's just follow the rules. Stacker, turn the wrong way, R, rotate, boom. Second machine level. You've unlocked a second machine level. Second machine level. This lets you place conveyors and machines on multiple levels, which the stacker requires. Practice placing belt lifts here. Where's here? Until you get the hang of it. Oh, here? Okay. Belt, hold, over. E to go up. Ah, okay. Keep holding and move to the cursor. Release. Hey, that was a success. Shapeshifter one of I don't know how many goals you can achieve in Steam. Practice again. I don't think so. Well, we could. No, it was here. Wait, press one here. E to go up. E to go up. What is down? It doesn't allow us to go down. There's no down in this tutorial. And then over, whatever. E to go up. Okay. The stacker has two inputs. One at the bottom. Let's zoom in here a bit so we can see something. One at the bottom has to come in from this side. Exit is on that side. What is counting down? What is counting down? Oh, it's saving. Has two inputs. One at the bottom, one at the top. Deliver whatever you want to call it at the upper and whatever you want to call it, 4 reds at the lower. Practice. Wait, does that? It brings us back to here. Done. Finished. Okay. No, we don't want to practice. So what we have to do? Let us. Let us. Yeah, let us what? We don't have something like a splitter. No. So what we're gonna do? We're gonna keep it kind of simplish. We're just gonna pull this from here. Does it automatically split? These are the red ones. Let's go over here. Put a anchor was C. There. Oh, it does automatically split. Oh, that's cool. Look how it splits. Boink, boink. So it's a round robin, 50-50. Okay. And then maybe we could actually made that shorter. Can we remove this? Oh, we could have. One was this. Have it come up here. Is that? That works perfect. Perfect. So, yeah, it's being loaded into the lower level exactly as we want. Then we go from here. Is this a 4-way? One? Kind of looks like it works 4-way. Put an anchor with the C. Get over here and then go up and over. Connect the output of the vortex stacker to the vortex. Okay. Did it? I can't see anything. And the problem is if you're on the upper layer, you can't see anything from the, can't hardly see anything from the lower. So let's go back down to the lower level. Watch the things come in. It does actually do a 3-way splitter. Not much graphic animation to it, but it is a round robin. So it's a 33.3333. Yep. Whoop, whoop. Look how it lifts it up. Like a pan lift or something. Okay. That means we have those elements done. One for the conveyor belts, get them over here. I think we don't even need a anchor because 90 degree. Why are you red? Why are you red? Is there a reason why you're red? Because it's locked. I'm kind of shocked. But I think we can hop over here. Kind of like that. And then it gets yellow or orange. Here is a hop. Hop me over. But the hop me over needs one spot itself, so we can't do this. We have to go one out and then go over. Okay. Up. Stackers are slow. You need 6 of them to keep up with a single conveyor belt. Wow. Place them in an array. Yeah, but are we talking about... I mean, we're reusing this one already. But let's just follow orders. I'm not sure. Oops. That wasn't what I wanted to do. No, 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 no. Okay, place 5 more. I thought you could copy it somehow. We just haven't learned if there's a copy. Can't remember how you copy elements. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's your 6. Now get the conveyor belt onto these. Also get the conveyor belt. Actually, we can already use the lifted conveyor belt. Yeah, that looks good. Oh, yeah, okay. And for the moment, we could just have removed this stuff that we're making because there is no goal for that. And have stuff coming in faster. But I didn't say to remove anything. So, got a deal for you. Open job screen. Wait, we're not done yet. Deliver the listed shapes to the vortex. What is this stuff? Ugh. You'll want those research credits. Trust me. What research credits? We're supposed to already see these jobs. Can I do anything with it? I'm not sure we're supposed to already look at that. These are the jobs, but somehow they're in research credits. I guess you have to buy them. And we have 0. Okay, thanks for that. So in that case, let us just combine the conveyors back to the main line. And off they are. You'll want those, deliver the shape. You'll want those research credits. Okay. How do we already get... I was wondering, how do we already get that many, but it was already working on the first lane. So, okay. Gotcha. But next job done. Cool. Ooh. Okay. This one sounds easy. I don't know what's better. I've never played this that long. If it's better, should we just remove this? I mean, we don't have a job for it or anything. Boom. And maybe boom, boom. And I think it just found how you copy things. No, 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 no. How do you copy? That's good. But actually, we kind of ish done with that. But what we can do, we can reuse this. We don't have any jobs for that right now. Probably won't be the best idea that we have, but not sure how many we're gonna need. Let's keep it very compact. Let's do the same amount. Or first do the cutters. Cutters. Like here? I don't know how many. 3, 4, 5, 6, maybe. Yeah, that's okay-ish. Have the conveyor be up to here and down to here. That's probably way too many. In the meantime, same thing up here. We are going to, this is going to be a bad idea. I know it's going to be a bad idea. Remove everything that we have placed up here. Since we don't have a job right now, it's probably the worst idea ever. So we have 100% coming in from both sides. So everything can keep up. Very terrible idea. Okay, we are loading those 125 needed. Now, we have another new shape that came in. That's not that. Maybe at the top? There. Oh. Yeah, that's fairly easy, I guess. Get our mini miners set up. Get our conveyor belt set up. Use C for anchors. C for anchor. Hopped over. Can we keep going? There. Done. That was okay. So how can we look at this? If I zoom out too far, you don't see. Do you still? Oh, you do still see the belts. By the way, it can't kind of keep up, can it? Almost keeping up. Yep, there come the. We're gonna have to find names for these figures. Yellow into each other thingamajigs. That's a terrible name. If I click on it, a XY shape. There you go. I don't think that helps. Oh, you actually, wait, you see how many we're doing per minute? 82. That's cool. How many here? 110 per minute. Well, it's not going to take long. All right, 3, 2, 1, done with that. 3, 2, 1, done with that. Good. So, and this is where I was afraid that I might have made a mistake. Because now we could use those quarter things that we had. Yeah. Which we just removed. Because we need these in the quarter form. Just have one quarter, whichever quarter it is, maybe, which we just found out. And a quarter thing of these. All this is kind of... Or, wait. The, or, how do you copy? Can't copy. Have a cutter. Let's see if this works. Will that count? Got them in the middle. It's actually the bottom right that... No. Got some. Rotator. Rotator. Stop entering. Not ready yet. Rotator. And directly after the rotator, we can actually do the cutter. Have them come back down to the conveyor belt. Have these now go up. See if that works. Yep. See if this counts, or if that just was an exception. Do they count even though they're at the bottom right? They do count. Ow. That wasn't always like that. It really had, I'm pretty sure it really had to be at the same corner. And now we're doing them at the bottom right and it still counts. Okay, it's the shape and not the position. By the way, this one is called capital R, lower R, minus, colon, C, capital C, lowercase u. Oh, God, jeez, forget it. Okay, that counts. Now, what about up here? We have to cut them twice, I'd say. Let us do that. Simple and quick. Let's just use a spot here. If we need 6 of these, but what the heck, right? Let's do it. We got it. We got endless materials. That cuts it once. Rotate them once. And cut them again. And then bring them back to the main lane. And maybe we should have also done that one. How about that? Does that work? Bling. Okay. That was a thing from down below. Or now it's telling us. So they did change something. I don't remember this. Orientation doesn't matter. The vortex accepts shapes in any orientation, so you don't need to rotate them before delivering them. I mean, have you tried rotating your camera? What? What? That was a last minute change, I'm pretty sure. Kinda sure. Okay, there they come flying in. This one has the code yada yada something something. Well, I wonder how they calculate those codes. And also nice how it falls into the vortex. These keep being delivered. We have endless material and stuff like that. Doesn't really matter. Well, this is a different approach to what I did from previous tutorial. There I left every factory I had. Now we're kind of rebuilding every factory on demand. Okay, what do we have? Deliver the listed shapes to the vortex. We just did that. You'll want those research credits, trust me. You keep saying that. Milestone completed. Unlock its reward in the milestone screen. That's a nice little blinky thing there. Okay, that's number 2 then. Those are the things we just... Ah, it actually kind of tells us, or it told us. Blueprints. You can now copy and paste parts of your factories, save designs, reuse them, scale up faster, but not the messy ones, please. Unlocked content, blueprints, and another 2 new jobs. So you can copy this whole thing and then just place a whole... Oh, you can actually rotate them also or mirror them. That's kind of cool. More information. Do we want more information? We have to accept. Well, we could exit. Goody, goody, goody. Okay. So kind of what we got now is a single cornered pointy thing. And what it wants is 2 on the opposite side of these single pointy things. I don't have better names for them. I should have thought about this before I started up. So, what we can maybe do is, like, let's pull out half of this. I don't know how far yet. Let's just pull it out. So we get half going down, half going over. Not sure how much room we're gonna need. We're gonna need at least 1 level. Actually, let us raise this here 1 level. And then let's do this 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 this way. And come back down here and remove basically all this thingamajigs here. It's kind of hard to tell. So we have this row on the top level. Can't do it more compact than that. On the next one, still don't know how to copy things. Command C, Control, no, Shift C. Shift C is copy. Okay, that's good. Pull that out as well. And let's start. Where's the stackers? Stacker, stacker, stacker. There's the stackers. I, I don't like color orange. Color orange looks bad. Also, let me try something. Does it? No, it doesn't deliver both, does it? No. I had a feeling maybe it would do the lower level and the top. No, you have to have 2. Seems you have to have 2 separate lanes. Okay. So back to the stacker. Like, it doesn't look like you can directly connect it. Doesn't look like it's really happy about it. It is happy about it, though. Why are you complaining then? Why are you orange? Eh? 3, 4, 5, 6. I don't get why it's complaining. Okay, up a level. Let's copy this and pull that out as well. 2, 3. That's stupid. Let's do this even more compact. Kind of like this. Okay. It's just notice something. Look what the result is. What didn't we do? What didn't we do? We forgot to rotate. Yum, 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 yum. Yum, 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 yum. Yum, yum, yum. We can still keep it kind of compact, but we're going to kind of do it like this. And then have this go back this way. Yep, yep. But I don't like how it does this. Okay. And I hope we can rotate up here. Yes. So we want this 180 degrees. Plop, plop. Now how about that? How about that? Look at the outcome. If we go down a layer. There we go. And we got a couple of junks already there produced, but that doesn't matter. So we got the normal ones coming in the lower lane. We got the top ones. This should probably been able to be more compact. This is the best I can come up with real quick on stream. But yeah, looks like the result is good. Okay. Now, thankfully, I can't get my mouse outside of the screen. I need my mouse outside of the screen. I have to do this. Um, as usual, and especially after the past couple of days, I even further broke my back, so I'm going to need the break more than ever. But it's going to be a short break. As usually, I got to get up for a couple of moments, do some stretching, and what we can do, we can at least get this done with for the moment, because it's just basically passing this back to here. First junk things that we made, and then it should start there to come in the correct ones. So orientation doesn't matter. So these are being delivered. Like I said, I'm taking a short break, getting up, refilling beverage. You guys do the same. I'll be back in a few moments. Okay, I'm already back. See? Didn't take long, did it? Right. Those items have been already delivered. Now, we got these bluish ones. We did see that here. It only wants quarter ones of those. Let's do what we're already used to. Mini runners. Turn them the right way. Like a stack of four. Mm, Either click here or the one. You see shortcuts 2, 3, 4, 5 down by the items. One conveyors over here. C for anchor. Anchor, I guess. Hop over here. might as well deliver them, but what we're going to do is pull them off. I don't know how many. Let's say four. Four sounds good. Have a, what do we need? Cutters? Four, I said. Cutters. Then we have to rotate them 90 degrees. Cut them again. And that should be already it. Get them back onto the main lane. Look at there. That was easy. I actually got the right orientation this time. Yay. Where'd you come from? Wait, what? Oh, that ain't fair. Where'd that come from? Could have told us earlier that it needed those as well. Narf. Okay, so we already have them. What we're going to do is pull one lane out. Have that. It's an anchor. Have that delivered here, so that's already delivering. In the meantime, nope, that's too early. That's too early. That's too early. That's too early. That's not too early. We're already done. I'm just going way too quick. Slow down, boys. Slow down. Okay. Might as well just deliver these then. Whatever. Then we can't work on those, can we? Can we? We could. Have them delivered over here somewhere. You stop delivering there. In the meantime, let's take care of this. So we had to move everything over one. So we're able to rotate them here and keep delivering whatever's required there for the moment. Rotate them by one, like that. Doesn't work, does it? That. He's not happy, is he? Does that really have to be one more? Why isn't it picking it up? Now it is. But then these aren't delivering anymore. It can either deliver or pick up. I guess that's the way it works. Alright, if you say so. It makes it a bit more complicated. But we already delivered those, so let's just do the compact version again. No, 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 no. I've designed better patterns. Okay, what we're basically just doing now is a one-to-one. We're not delivering back to a main lane or anything like that. Everything that comes in goes one-to-one to the next station. Now, we rotated them. Now we cut them. Now they're cut. Now we have the form that we need. Now we can deliver everything back to the lane and then retrieve everything from the lane. And raise it up. And raise it up by one. That's that lane. This lane just goes this way. What if there's a more compact way to do this? I'm not sure. Somebody has to be rotated. Guess we could rotate these. Rotate, rotate. That means we have to pull it out two more. Pull these out two more. Now we have our 4 lanes. Doesn't have to be 4 lanes. It just would take longer. Already got the next target here. Why do you keep on targeting? More targets. Okay. We got the bottom right. We got the top left. Get our stacker going. No. Rotated here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Go up a lane. Get these delivered here. Why is it doing that so weird? Just deliver here, thank you. Yeah. Like I said, it's better to look from the bottom. Because when you're up top, you don't see the lower level. When you're below, you see both levels. Okay. That ain't required anymore. That ain't required anymore. Don't think we could have a rotator underneath. Will that work? Well, that would have worked. Could have saved one spot, one distance. Yeah. I like to make things compact. What is your issue here? Because there's a rotator. That's why it doesn't work. This works. We're not really saving spot, saving room there. But what we are doing is delivering on the same lane there. How can we make this even more compact? That's not a worry. We're not making perfect things quite yet. That will become an issue probably fairly soon. Anyways, we are producing what we're supposed to be producing. These WB items. Whatever. Right? 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 Right. 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 Okay. Okay. Hydrate. In the meantime, while that is delivering, let's see what the next thing is. So we have the red ones. They are. I'd hate to have to get rid of this whole factory, but I kind of have a feeling we will have to. So all we need now is with all four of them on the red, that's the lower one. Look at those names. Someone was very inventive there. And from these that we're producing, orientation doesn't matter, as we know. So, okay, don't. What we could do is kind of stop this just by stopping the delivery lane. It will call back sooner or later. And then in the meantime, just deliver them up here. Like, this is where it kind of starts getting a bit messy. Okay, how are we going to do this? Go up a lane somewhere around here. It's not the best design yet. It's one of those factories you refactor. Now this will start slowly but surely loading up because it's already backed up all the way. So we're getting 100% of that delivered up to here. And what we're going to want, say somewhere around here, have our stackers. So just to keep it simple, something like there. Maybe actually go back a bit further. Um, have, actually, that has to stay on the bottom, doesn't it? That's the one that has to stay on the bottom. Yes. This one has to stay on the bottom. This one has to be raised up. Here we got that. Why can I not? No, let me build. Thank you. Hmm. Okay, raise it up like. Why is it? Stop playing around with me. Copy, down, up, deliver them to the top level. I probably could have shortened it by one. Down, bring these over. These can actually be delivered. Anchor, be delivered here. That should give us the design pattern that we need, right? Orientation doesn't matter, but it's the elements we want. There they come. 125 of them. Are you building? Aren't you building? Kind of looks like this one. We do that. Right. All 6 of them are building. And off they go into the vortex. That's kind of a bit of a funny game. I said, just keep on making more and more complex. I think it's going to be more and more complex objects. Like so far, this wasn't really that complex. Or was it? You come in with your raw, like in Satisfactory, your raw ore. You somehow process it. Let's say that is the smelters. You do something else with it. Let's say that be the rods. Do something else with it. Let's say that is the encased whatever. And then you basically deliver it to whomever, in this case, the vortex. Uh, I talked too soon. Yeah, okay. It gets more and more interesting. So it is, thankfully, continuously reusing elements that we are producing now. Like this one, frankly, we don't need. So we have these elements. Unfortunately, one of these has to turn. Both are looking from the top left to the bottom right. Top left to the bottom right. And at least one of them has to be turned. But then the question is why is this showing up as done but not finishing finally? We could do. I'm gonna get in trouble sooner or later. As in, we might need them for something else. But we can, for example, pull them down here. We already have these here. Which one is on top? All this is at the bottom. This will have to be on top. Okay. That was premature optimization or optimally thought or whatever you want to call it. This has to kind of go on top and be placed onto this pre-prepared thing there. This is really the tutorial. This already feels like the whole game. Should have them come in as the lower level. These are the lower level, kind of ish. These are going to be, let's remove this for now here. These are kind of going to be the upper level. So we go up here. 1, 2, 3. Running out of room. 4. How much did it say? 5, 6 it had to be? 6 of them? Plus one more, because what we have to do is rotate them first. Then have these come in. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Stack them. Doesn't matter if we first produce a few wrong ones. But I think this should work. I'm gonna shorten it by 1 again. Let's see. That should finalize in the. I mean, this one's kaput. Yeah, it's not supposed to look like that. But oops. But eventually, yeah, we got a misproduction on the beginning. But here we go. There's the first one that looks right. Orientation doesn't matter. Top left, bottom right, whatever. But the form itself looks correct. And we are already delivering 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, whatever. 150 of them. So I don't get why this one is. Ow, that was something additional. And we get 3. That's why this keeps showing up. Deliver the listed shapes. Oh, that is a job. Ooh, 3/4. Ah. And then we can use this for, oh, God, those are the same things? Yeah. Research, speed multiplier, butters, separates the west half and east half of any shape. What does that mean? Oh, it takes them back apart again, but doesn't destroy them. This one swaps the left and the right and the left. Huh. Okay. Okay. Unfortunately, if anybody was paying attention, we do need then for the next target things we did destroy. We need these halves and these quarters, and we'll have to connect them again. The question is, how are we going to do that, right? How are we going to do that? Like, we could just wait until these 150 elements are done and be done with it. This isn't the this isn't the best way to do it because we keep destroying our factories. We have endless amounts, but then you notice maybe we should have kept something so we can do the WB form. And now we have to figure out how we're going to keep some of these singular ones and the stacked ones, turn these singular ones by 90 degrees so they can go into one of these corners, be attached to that like that. So we already have these perpendicular ones, the opposite sided ones, but we have to attach one to a corner of that. So what we could do, let's try that out. Take this, go back down a level. Um, pull this over. So it doesn't shouldn't matter which one we have on top. Actually, we could have left that up a level, right? Could have left that up a level. Could have stayed up here because we need it up there anyways. So let's keep that up there. To put an anchor. Okay, that's good if it doesn't attach right now. We got that one down there. We got these coming in up here. At one spot, we rotate it. It did not place it. At one spot, we rotate it. Please up here, thank you. Now that one's being rotated by 90 degrees. And then we do the stacker here. It's why aren't you happy about that? Why are you all red? Oh, I see why. Yep, we're getting into trouble here. We're getting into trouble. We are running out of room. We assumed we could place it on here, but since it's being loaded, it cannot be unloaded at the same time. Forgot that. Forgot that. So we're going to have to pull this off somewhere also. For example, here. Anchor that. Lower that. Something like that. Then up here, I told you it's hard to recognize that. And then have our stackers do their thingamajig here. And that should... If it wouldn't have been rotated as well. Something like that. Hello, music. This is Space's playlist. It's just a 90s list. Really? What is playlist? No idea. Could be. I just thought I'd do some 90s stuff today. So is it now doing it the right way? Yes, there we go. It's doing the two opposite plus attaching now one corner, one additional corner. Okay. Let's see how fast that fills up. What's that shaky thing? What is that? Us, please? What? Us, please? What is that? A dancing cat? Holy cow. Like I said, I have no idea. I've done the 60s, the 70s, the 80s. I just thought I'd do it in the 90s today. Just to have some alternation there. But, and it's not that bad, the 90s. Find it okay-ish. Uh, it's okay music. Just some background stuff. Or is it too loud? It is kind of loud, isn't it? Yeah, it's a lot of electronic and stuff like that. Even the 80s started to, not have that much to do with acoustic musics, acoustic. You know what I'm trying to say, real music, not electronic music. I don't even know how many. There's 5 hours of songs here on this playlist. Well, it is only. How's that 5 hours? It says it's only 75 songs. How's, you'll be acoustic if you want me. Yeah. What time is it? I guess it is already that time. I wasn't sure. I didn't get around to talk to you this week or anything. I wasn't sure when you'd pop up. Um, that's why I thought you weren't here from the beginning. I'd do some satisfactory, but then I was like, oh, the 120,000 items that I had to do there. Still have to do for the phase 4 for just one of those items. I was like, nah, there's not much to see there. And then I saw the version 1.0 came out of this. I was like, that's a perfect timing because I did some of the pre-testing and tutorials there, but the tutorials have totally changed. Oh, look there. We fulfilled another job. This is kind of cool with the jobs. You earn these points. Now we, oh my God. What the heck is that? What the heck is it? That's that? And then another one on top of it? Plus one on this side. That's why this one is not stacked. Nope. Oh, it doesn't tell us much, does it? Yeah, you got the opposite-sided one there. You got an opposite-sided one on top. Okay, this is what we just added below. Do you also add one on top? We don't have enough room for that. I'm running out of room here. Dun, 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 dun. Should I also start singing? I'm gonna leave it. You guys know I can't sing, so I have nothing to prove. Holy cow. We're gonna have to pull out here somehow to have more room to work. So we'd have to stack the same thing that we already have there first. And of course we don't have, oh God. Um, Wait, why is there a break coming up? Does that count as whistling? No, I hate people that whistle indoors, and especially people that whistle on, it doesn't count? Okay. People that try to whistle too close to the mic. It's just, I don't hate the people, I just hate when they do it. Um, Anyways, that was a kind of a insight. Musics, are you here to do some It Takes Two before I switch and you're like, nah, I'm not up for it? And be like, okay, I'll just continue. Um, would you like to continue our journey in It Takes Two? Or, I mean, now's your chance to do a bit satisfactory. That would have been funny. You're here for it. Okay. Then, right. This was a bit of a miniature showcase, hour and a half of what Shapes 2 is, and it just keeps on going. And we or whatever we got blinkies all over the place. So we got stuff to be done there. This is just a one island, one asteroid or whatever they call it. Yeah. And like I said, if you zoom in, it turns out to be quite a bit of room. But if you zoom out, it looks miniature. There are more asteroids, more. This is kind of the starting point, the starting asteroid area. And if you keep on zooming out, yeah, I think I can, yeah. This is just a tutorial. I'm saying this is just a tutorial. And you have to, laser, laser, laser. Kind of reminds me of Picard in that first Borg's episode. He's trying to he's trying to target the camera. Anyways, um, so once you move over to other islands, that's the vortex, I guess. Where'd our island go? There. You have to try, I'm guessing, to transport things from one island to the next, and I might pick this up again, somewhere in the future. But that's kind of it. That's Shapes 2. It's out today, 1.0. Funny fact, 1.0.2 release candidate one. It's not the release, but already explained that at the beginning. Um, that said, we are currently in a break, so nobody can hear me. La 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 la. Now I can whistle. I can't whistle. I can, but I won't. I'm gonna switch games then. No, I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna give people that it's nice if you're subbed or if you're turboed or anything, but not everybody can. Not everybody has to. Nobody has to. That's why I'm gonna wait until the ad break is over and explain what's gonna happen next. A couple more seconds going. So yeah, like I said, it's a very reduced conveyor belt factory game. Like I am kind of looking forward to. Like I've never actually just simply removed old factories. I know exactly why, and yeah, it's paying off now that that was a bad decision. Sounds weird, but yeah, that's the way it is. Because things that you're creating will be required again and again. So best never to remove things, just figure out where you can place additional factories. Basically, that's basically it. So I think the outbreak is over. Those that are war on ads Sorry about that. As I was saying, we are going to switch now. That was the showcase for Shapes 2. We're going to switch over to It Takes Two. We are on session 3, I believe. Session 3 it should be. So give me a couple of minutes. It's a bit early, but I'm going to use it anyways to get up again because my back really is an issue after I was playing smart, like, oh, I can keep up with the youngs. Let's do a 2 mile walk every time we have to go from one building to the next instead of taking the metros, whatever, the public transport. And it turns out that was a stupid idea. Well, okay, where am I going to switch to? I guess to the switching games. It should be there somewhere. I hope the music and everything keeps up. Let's redo this. I'm going to reset the timer, but we should not require it at that. Trent, something looks weird there. Give me a sec. Why is that thing showing up there? That shouldn't be showing up there. Yeah, I don't really want that to show up. Okay. Yeah, switching over to this scene. Test, test. I should still be audible. Yes, I am. Although I am going to go on mute, but I do not think I have the short break. But we got the. Why is the timer not starting? Hello, timer. 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 There's the timer. Okay. Yeah, gonna switch games and be right back in a moment with It Takes Two with Musics. Yes, I do. I mean, it looks similar, doesn't it?